So you think about getting you a motorcycle, huh? Well, let me tell you, this lifestyle ain't cheap. I'm gonna tell you about some of the costs you might not have considered. Cue the intro. In the words of the great Kawhi Leonard, what it do, baby? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to another Master Yoshi video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I got plenty of motorcycle content coming out for y'all later on. But let's get to it. So if you think about getting a sports bike, man, let me tell you straight up, if you got $5,000 for your motorcycle budget, do not buy a $5,000 bike because there's some other costs that you're going to have to consider. And it sucks to buy a bike and not be able to ride it because you got to save up some more money until you're fully ready to ride it. So I'm going to take y'all through some of the costs that I've incurred. And of course, you know, it might be different for your situation. So the number one biggest cost that you are going to incur is going to be insurance. Now I'm talking about full coverage insurance, and especially in the case of sports bikes. I know cruisers, it ain't the same, but for sports bikes, full coverage insurance is ridiculously high. Now, if you lease a vehicle, you're going to have to get full coverage insurance anyways. And so say you lease a sports bike, full coverage insurance for that sports bike is going to be close to the same payment that you're making on your loan. When I was searching, you know, full coverage on the sports bike was ranging anywhere from $300 to like $450 a month. And then of course it depends on the engine size as well. So if you get 1,000 cc, whoo, it's gonna cost a little bit more. Especially if you're a new rider, because older riders or riders with more experience, their premiums are usually cheaper than that of a new rider. But you know, some people do take the risk and they'll just go with the liability insurance. Some people will get sports bikes and just put liability on them, you know, saving them a whole bunch of money, because liability is only like, I think anywhere between $10 to $20 a month. But you see it all the time. People on Instagram be like, man, I didn't have my motorcycle coverage and it got jacked. Let me know if you got any information on these thieves. So that's definitely a risk you got to take. And that's why sports bikes are so expensive to cover, because they get wrecked and stolen all the time. So the premiums on them are pretty high. All right, now I'm gonna just take y'all head to toe on the other expenses I've incurred. So the helmet, that's the next most important purchase I think you need to make. And the helmet I just got a Bell qualifier, and it only cost me about $150. I'm pretty cheap. But if you want to be styling and profiling out here, you know, you want one of them AGV helmets or something like that, be prepared to drop a little bit more cheddar. Going down, while we're on the topic of helmets, if you want some music in your ear, you need to go the cheap route and get you some like earbuds or something and try that out. Or you can go my route. I just deconstructed some headphones, some over-the-ear headphones that I had. And I fixed the speakers into my helmet. And I'll put some pictures up of that. So that way, you know, I just throw them speakers in whenever I want some music, drop the aux cord out and plug it up into the phone. But if you want to go the convenient route, the best way to go is with one of them Bluetooth devices. Now, if you go with one of them name brand ones, be prepared to drop about, you know, $200, anywhere in that range. But my modifications, they were, you know, it was free because I already had the headphones. Moving down to my jackets. I got two different jackets. One of them is a Built, and Built is like the cheapest budget brand you can get from Cycle Gear. And this is the jacket I got on now. You probably can't see it that well, but it's a lightweight mesh jacket, great for the summer. And the other jacket I have is a Joe Rocket, and Joe Rocket is also a budget brand. And it's they say it's a 4-season jacket, but it's really only 3 because it's too heavy to wear in the summer, which is why I got this one. And on jackets alone, I spent about $250 for 2 jackets, which really ain't bad. But like I said, if you want to be styling and profiling out here, and you want one of them Dainese or Alpine Stars, $250 probably won't even get you one jacket. Well, it will if you just get like a summer mesh jacket. But Moving on to gloves. You know, I know not everybody wants some nice full leather gauntlet gloves like I got on. And these here, they're also Joe Rocket. And I spent about $75 on these, I think. $70, $75, something like that. I know not everybody wants those though. You know, some people, they just go to Pep Boys, you know, get you some mechanics gloves. But hey man, to each his own. Moving on down, I got some motorcycle pants on. I don't even know why they call them motorcycle pants, you know. I think these cost me about $60. And, you know, if you throw motorcycle in front of anything, it's gonna make it that much more expensive. But, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, you know, I got some pretty thick thighs, and I had to get an extra large pair of these things. But I'm thinking these things are too baggy anyways. If I were to go down, it'd be like wearing some jeans pretty much. So I need to reconsider my motorcycle pants. Moving on down, like I said, motorcycle stuff is gonna cost that much more expensive. And luckily for me, my job requires steel-toe boots from time to time. So you know that's what your boy rocking. Got the steel toes on. But I do wanna get some motorcycle boots one of these days. And the style that I like is about $220, something like that. Now moving off the bike, if you get you a sports bike, one thing that I do recommend you get is some swing arm spools and a rear stand. That way you can do your own maintenance on it. Now if you don't care to do your own maintenance, then disregard these next prices, because you're gonna be spending a bunch of coin at the dealership and mechanics anyways. But you know, even though I'm cheap, I did go the expensive route with my rear stand. I got a pit bull stand, and they say that those stands are the best. Pit bull. But here in the US, you know, pit bull has great reviews. And that thing was about $150. But with me being cheap, you know, it don't make no sense. I kind of went the cheap route on some swing arm spools and only spent about $15 on those for some spools from Amazon, I believe. But I forgot to tell you, I'm coming through this here battlefield. I hope this is pretty scenic. It'd be pretty cool if they close this off from time to time and let you, you know, test your vehicles out here. But, you know, of course, they probably wouldn't do that. Too many safety concerns. You got trees all lining the thing up. Yeah, wouldn't happen. But one could only wish, huh? But anyways, going along with buying a rear stand and some swing arm spools, other costs you might have to consider is you're going to have to start stacking up on tools. Motorcycle-specific tools and things that I bought specifically for this motorcycle. I probably spent about $100 on tools so far. And like I'm telling y'all, I'm cheap. So you already know where I went. Harbor Freight. And I feel like Harbor Freight tools are cool because, I mean, you ain't turning nothing down to no crazy specs. And I've seen videos on YouTube where people compare them to you know, the top name brand ones, and the Harbor Freight tools either work just as good or sometimes they even outperform other tools. So I highly recommend Harbor Freight. You know, that just goes along with doing chain maintenance and stuff. Getting your grunge brush and all that. Just making things easier for yourself. And another cost that you should probably already know, if you want to ride street legal out here, you're going to have to get your bike registered and all that. And that's all state dependent. My registration fees came out to like $200 for my registration, safety inspection, and yeah, and to title it in my name and all that. But we are getting to the end of this beautiful national battlefield. I think that's about enough. Let me know in the comments if this was any helpful at all, or if you already own a motorcycle, let me know what expenses I missed. But other than that, you know, Master Yoshi ain't got nothing else for y'all, man. I hope y'all have yourselves a blessed day. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be too stressed. Master Yoshi signing out. Peace.